Can you guys hear that? Is it too loud? Or is it loud enough? You know, there's a saying they used to say if it's not too loud, you're just too old. You ever hear that one? But you got to be able to hear me. You got to be able to hear me. Can you hear me okay as well? That's what I'm asking. Is it loud enough? But how's the mix? How's the mix? Is there enough? It's good? People are saying it's good. Mod Ricky, what's up? We got Mod Ricky flying air cap. Mod Ricky flying air patrol coming in here. Very good. Very good. Yeah, so what is up? So Biden is collapsing, right? This is like, what do you even do? What do you even do if you're Biden at this point? Are they throwing in the towel or what? Because this is bad. Like, what I'm hearing from the Democrat camp is, it is right. What's up, beer gang? Beer gang. And they're screaming, like, let's be clear about this. Riot mobs burn down these cities. Riot mobs. Kenosha was burned down by a riot mob. They're talking about Joe Biden taking a knee. Did you see that story I scooped this morning? Joe Biden, they're talking about, his staff is talking about, according to my sources, are talking about having him take a knee at the debates. How do optics work? Right? I'm not even saying that as working for one side or the other. But how do optics work? Right? Seriously, how do optics work? Meanwhile, the Trump campaign, they're going into Minnesota now. They're opening up new offices in Minnesota. I just got word. Jason Miller says they're putting up millions of dollars in Minnesota. They're going all in. They're going all in Minnesota. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now in terms of the ground game, in terms of what's going on the ground. The problem, of course, is because, look, and I've said this before, so, I would say screenshot this, but it's a video. You can't screenshot a video. And I've said this before, the problem, here's what's going to go on, is Trump's going to win on Election Day. What do I mean by that? Trump's easily going to win on Election Day. There's no question. Have you been paying attention? If you've been paying attention, you know Trump's going to win on Election Day just by votes alone. Just by votes alone. Because mail-in ballots aren't all going to be counted on Election Day. So the actual fight, you guys aren't even thinking about what's going to happen in the future. You're not even thinking about it yet. Because that's where I'm at. I'm thinking about the White House siege that starts in 2 weeks, but also Election Day, which is going to start after that. Biden's not going to concede on election night because he's going to say that the mail-in ballots aren't counted. And you know what? He's going to be right, because not only will the mail-in ballots not all be counted that day, but how much longer are they going to push it out? Like, do you even see what the real fight is going to be? The real fight isn't going to be on Election Day, right? That's why, folks, if you support Donald Trump, if you're someone who's a Donald Trump supporter, I'm not working for the campaign. We're not running Citizens for Trump like we did in 2016. We're not doing any of that volunteer stuff. But you got to put up a lot of votes on Election Day, because when those mail-in ballot numbers start coming in, it's going to be a shock when you see how close it is in some of these states. Yeah, there's a lot of momentum right now. But when those mail-in numbers start coming in, you're going to see how close it is. And when it's in close spots, when it's a close fight, that is when this stuff gets tight. That's when this stuff gets tight. So you guys got to pay attention to this, because this is going to be, we are going to see things on a level. If you thought 2000 got crazy, if you thought 2004 Ohio got crazy, if you thought 2018, remember what happened? You remember, some of you remember Stop the Steal down in Florida in 2018, Broward County, right? That is why, and it's not even about it's not even about the in-day voting. It's about the mail-in votes. Don't listen to me about this. Go listen to John Levine. Go listen to John Levine, who went and wrote that great article in the New York Post. He did an election earlier today, did an interview earlier today talking about election fraud. And he pointed out, he said these people, what they're doing in terms of the harvesting, in terms of even the mail-in workers, the mail workers, what they can do if they know that they're picking up mail-in ballots from a Republican councilman or Republican committeeman's house, then they know those are Republican votes. Simple as that. Why don't mail-in ballots have the same type of security features as our money, as our paper money? Look. Here, I'll show you something. Right here. Some of you guys might never see something like this before. Right in my pocket, what do I got? Benjamins, right? $100 bills. I just need one. I've got so many, but I just need one. All right. This is a $100 bill. Look at how many security features there are on this thing. All right. Look at how many security features there are. You've got the watermark. All right. You guys, I don't know if you can see that, but you've got little pictures in the watermark here, right? Yeah, you can see that. I think you can see that. You got the security stripe. Okay. Right down the middle, you've got the color changing ink. You've got the raised print. You can feel it, right? The raised print right there. You got the raised print. The fact that it's specialty paper. It's actually a form of cotton, not actually paper. Just take my wad of hundreds and put them back in my pocket there. But why don't it's fabric. So why don't our mail-in ballots have that same type? Why don't they have that same type of integrity? Why don't they have those same type of security features? You can't just copy one of these in a copy machine, right? Obviously, can't do it. But a kid with a scanner and a printer, can do it all day long if they get their hands on one. And that's not me. That's New York Post. John Levine. Maybe I'll have him on. So these are the issues you got to be worried about. These are the issues that you got to be worried about. Yeah, you can have facial recognition, all right, throughout the country, facial recognition from your phone, but you can't have a security feature on your mail-in ballot. What kind of country would do that? Seriously, what kind of country is that? When we're talking about election integrity, this is something that our forefathers fight for. Our ancestors fought for. How many of you are veterans out there? How many of you had family members who fought in America's wars? That's how important election integrity is. Because if you happen to be somebody from a family that a veteran who died, in one of those wars. They made their sacrifice for this. The American project, the American system, whatever, whatever you can call it. Got a daughter of the American Revolution here. Very cool. Shout out to the Daughters of the American Revolution, the DAR. And so we say, well, we're fighting for our freedoms. We're fighting for our democracy. Well, this is our democracy. This is the actual process of our democracy, the way that we let our citizens have an actual voice known here in Washington, D.C. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. So there you go. My grandfather fought in World War II. He served in World War II, Operation Torch, under General Patton. Did not have to make that sacrifice, fortunately. The first Posobiec born in America, born in 1912, joined after Pearl Harbor. Got in Operation Torch under Patton. Very proud of that. So, folks, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right now. So, yeah, Trump's got the wind at his sails right now. There's a lot of momentum. The tide is absolutely turned. Democrats are in complete panic mode. Joe Biden's collapsing. He's completely collapsed. But it ain't about Biden. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. It ain't about Biden, right? That it doesn't matter how many times Biden screws up at one of these speeches. And the one yesterday was, do you realize that more people have died from? I tried to go back with Biden's speech yesterday. I tried to actually go back with that line that he totally botched, talking about the numbers. And I was trying to figure out, because it's something I do try to understand the other side. And I do try to understand people, because I don't just want to attack people. I try to understand people. Okay. I try to understand people. So from my perspective, I want to understand what was it that Joe Biden was trying to say? What was the actual line? And it sounded to me like he was trying to say, when you think about it, this year, we've had more people die from COVID than in the past 100 years. I think that's the sentence that he was trying to say. So even when you go in to clean up the gobbledygook that came out, it still don't make any sense. It still don't make any sense. It still don't make any sense. Oh, should I do the Agent Poso announcement? I do actually have a little Agent Poso announcement. Would you like for the comic there? Would you guys like to hear the Agent Poso announcement? Should I do that real quick? Even though I didn't title this the Agent Poso scope. So here, maybe I can reshare it out. Here, I'll reshare it. I gotta fix my hair first. My hair's in that weird stage where it's like not quite long enough to part, but just long enough to look weird. I'm gonna get a bunch of people in here on this. I just wrote emergency press conference announcement in all caps. That will bring a lot of people in. All right, hold on, let's get people in. So I do actually have a big announcement to make about the Agent Poso printing. So let's get some more people in here. Let's talk about that. This is cool. This is actually cool. So let's get everybody in. All right. All right. Are you ready for this, folks? Now, no, I actually do have an announcement. So, everybody's asking me, where is the Agent Poso graphic novel? You said it was supposed to be out this summer. It didn't come out this summer. Well, the problem was that we were going to get it printed. We were going to get it printed in Virginia. But because of the lockdown, the measures that they put in Virginia, we weren't able to get it done there because the printing press that we had a contract with went out of business. And so we worked in with another company, another printer, and now I've got a big announcement to make. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. You ready for this, folks? We've signed a new contract, and the Agent Poso graphic novel is going to be printed in the great state of Wisconsin. Yes, it is going to be printed right in America's heartland, right in the Midwest. We are taking this money that we've brought together. We have taken this capital that I have from all of you that came in last year that crowdfunded it. And we're putting that money where it matters. We are going to invest in Wisconsin, the workers of Wisconsin, the American workers of our Midwest, the printing press that's out there. We are going Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin. We are going to be investing that money in the state of Wisconsin. We have partnered with a Wisconsin publisher, and I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier about this. And so I think that it's really something where it's great that I'm going to be able to do something that I think is positive. What's up? We got Adam Scrabble in. I think it's really great, positive for a state that's been through so much lately, that at the end of the day, you know, we all want to live in a safe country, and we all want to be prosperous. We all want prosperity. And so because of that, we're really happy that we did have a variety of printers to go through on this, but I'm really happy about being able to do it in Wisconsin. I'm actually really happy about being able to do it in Wisconsin. And we're going to be I'm going to work on this. I've got to still, work out all the details in terms of the timing and everything, but I want to actually go to the printer shop, right? I want to actually be there, right? Because I've always wanted to say, hot off the presses, right? So I want to be able to say hot off the presses, here's the first copy. So talk about Wisconsin, talk about the opening up, talking about the economy, talking about how do we bring America back from the brink in terms of all of this, both in terms of the violence and the economic slowdowns that have been going on. And so I'm really, really happy to be able to announce that we're going to Wisconsin with this. And I want to be there on the ground. I want to bring the One American News film crew, because I would love to be able to talk to the workers, not make it political, not do a big, political monologue or anything like that. I just want to go there, talk to real people, real workers, ask them what their year has been like, ask them how they're doing, and just listen, quite honestly, just listen, right? This is economic investment, and I worked with my business partners with, as you guys know, I'm working with Brett Smith. I'm working with Sergio Cariello, who did the Action Bible graphic novel. Also with Chuck Dixon, of course, from DC Comics. Chuck Dixon, the inventor or creator of Bane, Birds of Prey. You may have seen, they've made movies out of both of those recently. And so it's amazing to work with professionals from DC and Marvel, like Brett and Sergio and Chuck. And so we talked about all this. In terms of the team, we did have a variety of options to go through, but it did end up being with, Wisconsin was actually the one that won. And, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really, really cool to be able to do. And just kind of making that announcement, sharing that out with the world, because I think it's something positive. It's something that we can do, something that I can do. And so a lot of people have also asked, how does it work, right? How does it work with the Agent Poso? We did a crowdfund for it. That was last year. Now we're going to be printing it. So how does it work, right? So essentially the way it works with this model, with the crowdfunding model, is simple. Is we go in and we crowdfund, and think of the crowdfunding as pre-orders. So the pre-order money comes in, then that is used to fund the printing, and that is used to hire the novelists, the writers, the authors, the colorists, the artists, etc. And so, what's up, Rick Suit? And so, what we're then doing is we're going from that, and then all of the ones that are printed in the first printing are going to people that pre-ordered. Does that make sense? So the money that people have pre-ordered all goes in to the first printing. However, once we've done that, you can go to the Indiegogo site and read all this stuff, but I'm just explaining it for people who are on right now. So once we've done that, then we've already covered all our expenses. From that point, then we can go retail. And we go retail because we own the IP. Then we can do more printings and sell them directly, right? And so obviously that'll be a little cheaper. You're not investing. You're not a pre-order. You won't get, now for people who pre-ordered, you do get your name in it. So this is Trump Space Force. This was the original one that. Wow, I just have blocked somebody, and I'm actually going to explain why I blocked somebody right now. I don't even know who it was, but somebody goes, "Oh, so you're just a grifter." Wow. Like, hold on a second. Just so you know, like I'm not making any money on this project, right? I'm literally, and I've done lots of periscopes talking about this. We're even looking at ways to be able to donate excess funds to Code Vets, and this is not something where I'm doing this to make money. I'm doing this because it's a cultural effort towards going forward in the future. This is something that you can take and show to your kids. You can take and show to your family. It's interesting. It brings up politics in a different way, right? And then I also said that I'm taking that and I'm investing it in Wisconsin, all right, because I think that in Wisconsin, that's just an incredible state that's been through so much. They've been treated so unfairly, and I think it's a really great place to put money into, to invest in right now with this capital that we have. So that's what we're doing. And anything that we have over the top, as I said before, we're going to be donating towards Code Vets, and then we're also going to be rolling over into hopefully an issue 2. Also, for those of you that didn't get the chance, so I mean, it's ridiculous because you don't even see what I'm doing. You literally don't even see what we're doing because, everything goes, oh, you just, yeah, it's a product, man. Like, it's literally a product. That's how that works. Like this is America. This is the United States. You're allowed. This is how the real world works. Do you understand that, or are you just some these keyboard warriors that have never actually done anything in the real world? They haven't served in the military. They haven't gone overseas for our country. They haven't put anything on the line for this country. They just want to yell at people from the internet. If you want to join the military, if you care so much about your country, if you're so hardcore, then join up. Just go join up. Go join up right now, right? If you care so much. Oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned it, but apparently, the State Department is going to release the records they have from monitoring me, illegally monitoring, because using government assets to monitor me. So that'll be interesting. That'll certainly be interesting. But it's funny because I'm not even like I'm trying to be positive, right? I'm trying to be positive out here, and these folks, are gonna attack, are gonna attack what we're doing. So we are investing in Wisconsin. That's why that person got blocked. And we're going to sue the State Department. We'll see. I'll talk to, anybody who's in the legal profession about this. So, getting back to where I was about the retail section, we are going to then have the first issue available for retail. Yeah, the State Department monitored me. Courtney was like, "What?" She totally missed it. Yeah, this all came out last year, and there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more coming out now. So the memos are going to be coming out talking about this, all this crap. So we're going to be. So the pre-order is closed right now. I apologize if you didn't get in, but the pre-order is closed right now. So you can't get it right now. You can't. I'm sorry, it's closed. You can't do anything. But once we send out all the first issues, hashtag PosoGate, Courtney, don't you start. Once we send out all the pre-orders, then we're going to be getting out the retail, and hopefully we'll start working on issue 2. I've reviewed all of issue 1. It's incredible. The artwork will blow your mind. This is next level stuff. This is serious. It's professional. It's professional level. This isn't just like, look, I love memes as much as anybody else. You guys know that. But this is actual professional artwork that's done by serious artists, DC Marvel level. Okay. Like this is, I'll show you. That's what I was going to show you. This was Trump Space Force. This was the other one that they were doing. Yeah. So it'll be available eventually. And hopefully, what I was trying to get to, I'd like to be able to keep it in Wisconsin. So you know that when you order it, if we're able to get this out, if we're able to get it out from Wisconsin, then it means that it's not going to China, it's not going overseas. That's told to all my business partners, no China, no overseas, America only. Buy American, hire American. All right? Buy American, hire American, 100%. But for people who pre-ordered, you get your name in the book. Pretty cool, right? You pre-order, you get your name in the book. And so this was the original, the one that Chuck and Brett did for Trump Space Force. You can see a lot of the artwork there of the Space Force graphic novel. So it's quite similar to the one that we're doing. And I do have a small cameo in this as a member of the Space Force. Where is it? Oh, no, it's before. So the aliens are attacking. We've got Commander Gorka is, in charge of Trump Space Force. But then there's me, driving, I think it's one of the mech units that's on the surface of the moon. And so that's like Lieutenant Poso right there. What is it? Posobiec to James Marshall. Grid reference 8011. Deployed plasma grenades. Deployed. So it's definitely something. It's definitely something that you can show. I mean, if you're someone who enjoys this stuff, you can, you certainly take it and run with it. But if you've got kids in your family, it's definitely something to share. They also did the Clinton Cash graphic novel. These are all available. This is one of the most popular graphic novels of all time. Hit #1 New York Times bestseller for graphic novels. They actually stopped ranking graphic novels after this hit #1. And this was, of course, Peter Schweitzer, and then Brett Smith as well, and Chuck Dixon working on this one. So this is all of the nonfiction Clinton Cash, but that they illustrated and then did it as a graphic novel. So check that out. Pretty cool, right? From Haiti to Africa, Kazakhstan, Russia, Uranium One. It's all here. There's a in the War Room bunker. They actually have a poster up from this, and I'll show you the poster. Let's see if I can find the file. Oh, there's the Uranium One. That's the Uranium One. There you go, Haiti. Warlord economics in Haiti. So they have this poster up down there. Because at the bottom line, folks, is it's about culture, right? It's about culture. And if we don't push cultural products, if we don't use culture, right? This was Andrew Breitbart's famous dictum, right? Politics is downstream from culture. So if you're not making culture, if you're not actively engaged in culture, then what are you doing? Look behind me on the wall here, right? This is culture, cultural stuff, right? You got some sci-fi, Game of Thrones. You got Guantanamo Bay. That's what was awarded Guantanamo Bay. Defense Intelligence Agency, the DIA at the top of that. Warsaw Uprising, Pray the Rosary, and the Agent Poso, right? Culture. Use culture. Culture matters so much. Do it for the culture. So that's why we do cultural works. Sean Parnell, for example, he's running for Congress. I believe it's Pennsylvania 18 district. And he used to be a novelist, right? He fought in Afghanistan. Highly decorated veteran, war veteran, fought in Afghanistan, but then he wrote novels. He wrote military novels, right? Culture. That's culture. That's culture. So don't worry. We're gonna have the Agent Poso out very soon. Very soon. That's the cover. Excuse me. That's the cover right there. You guys will get it. We'll have it out to you. My big announcement. What else is going on? Going back to the LoFi. Yeah, so I did get illegally monitored by the State Department. The memos of that are coming out. We'll see. Not the most important thing happening in my life right now. No, the most important thing happening in my life is we're having a kid in December. That's the most important thing. ST. It's actually half and half. It's my Arnold Palmer. And in the middle of all that, I'm also working on my Antifa book. Antifa book is almost done, by the way. The Antifa book is with, so I finally submitted the manuscript to the publisher. I've been working on that all year. Submitted that to the publisher, and it's my writings of my dealings with Antifa from 2016, from during the election, to Deplorable, to all the way through the initial years, all the way up to and including Chaz. And my time in Chaz, and it even goes back in time for the entire history of Antifa. So I submitted the manuscript to the publisher, and it's being reviewed right now. And of course, the last thing I heard from the publisher is they said, "Oh, we might have to do some edits. We might have to chop down some stuff." So of course, I'm like firing off angry text messages, like, "You will not take anything out. Every single word of that is special. Every single word of that is perfect." But sometimes, yeah, you gotta edit. You gotta edit. You gotta put some stuff out. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The chapter on China, though. The chapter on China in there is going to be absolute fire. Absolute fire. No, I don't have a cap on words. I told them what my workout was going to be. I told them. Yeah. So, but I understand how it is. And we've got, well, what's nice about that is, yes, we do have a note section, but we also are going to have an appendix section. So there's a long appendix in there where you can go and you can find all sorts of information, direct information, Antifa in their own words, by the way, their own words. You know, I wish I could have more maps in it. I really wish I could. And we'll see about that. We'll see. I do like maps, but unfortunately, because it's an insurgent organization, it doesn't really lend itself well to maps. I mean, Chaz, that was a map, I guess. But we'll see. I do love maps, though. I love maps so much. Someone just asked, how are the battleground states? What's up, John? John De La Roz is here. No, this is not the Study Music channel. This is a sister channel to that. This is Lo-Fi Jazzy Hip Hop. I will tell you, for the very first time, I think, at least in popular literature, I'm going to tell the story of the founder of Antifa. Think about it. People talk about Antifa all the time. Why don't you know the name of their founder? Why aren't people talking about the name of the man who founded it? Who is that? Who is it? Who's the founder? Shouldn't you know that? Shouldn't you know that off the top of your head? Shouldn't you just say, oh yeah, Antifa, they were founded by this guy? That's in the book. There's a whole chapter on him. There's a whole chapter on the man who founded Antifa. Whole chapter on it. And we're going to go back and talk about the anarchist violence in the United States from 100 years ago. You guys asked me about the 1930s. I'm going back 120 years. A U.S. president, a president of the United States, was murdered, assassinated by an anarcho-socialist. Why don't we teach that? Why doesn't every school teach this? That an anarcho-socialist assassinated a president of the United States. I think that'd be kind of important. Only 4 presidents who were assassinated. There have been other assassination attempts, but only 4 presidents have actually been assassinated. We get into that in the book. Get into all of it. Hey, how you doing? No, I'm good. They don't want to teach you our actual history. So yeah, you'll get the Antifa book when it comes out. Don't worry. I'll be doing a lot of press on that. I'll be doing a lot of talk about that when it comes out. So don't worry. You'll be hearing all about it. All right. I got to get home. Speaking of that. So also this weekend, One American News. I mean, I'm producing more content than I've ever done before. Content that I've ever done before. Battleground states are all tied up. Somebody asked that. Battleground states are all tied up. This Saturday night, One American News. We're doing One American News live. It's Saturday night, Poso, 10 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and Saturday and Sunday as well. And we're going to be having great work by the mods. Great work by the mods. I'm going to be producing, and we're editing it right now. We're putting together a full 30-minute documentary on the White House siege. So the siege of the White House, what is it going to be like? What's going to happen on the ground? Who's going to be there, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to have all of it. So this Sunday on and Saturday night, 10 p.m., One American News, we put together, I've got some great interviews, some really cool guests, very knowledgeable people, talking to experts. I've got the 3 tactical briefings for the White House siege. And the 3 tactical briefings will be summarized and discussed in depth starting this Saturday night, 10 p.m. on American News, the White House siege. So it's incredible the amount of content that I'm putting together, the amount of work that I'm doing. Latrobe on the 3rd. What's Latrobe on the 3rd? I don't even know about that. And I think Sunday, I've got something on Sunday as well. Oh, Sunday we're doing there's a DC boat parade, doing the boat parade on Sunday in DC. That'll be interesting. So I'll be there reporting live from it. On the boat, live on the boat. Oh, did Trump just announce a rally? This Thursday? Uh-oh. Better get busy. I better get out there, huh? All right, folks. Jack Posobiec bidding y'all adieu for now. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, you have my permission to lay ashore.